Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. I know it's a few days past Christmas now, and so as we look forward to the new year, I just wanted to pop in, say hi, see how everyone is doing, even though I can't actually get responses to that question, but I do hope you're doing okay. I do hope you're looking forward to the new year with hope and with and you're looking back at 2021 with some sort of like reflection. If you don't do reflection kind of thing, it's okay, it's fine. But I just wanted to pop in, as I said, introduce myself in case you don't know me. My name is Ijoma Onachuku. Some of you know me as Onyije the Traveler, which is fine. I love that name because I love to travel. But I just wanted to pop in, see how everyone is doing, and just talk a bit about my year. If I'm being honest, this year has been the worst and the best year of my life. Worst thing that a lot of the things I hoped, all my plans this year, if I'm being honest with you, they all fell to bust. And a lot of things didn't go as planned this year. I was told a lot of no's multiple times, rejections here and there. A lot of dreams, a lot of things that I thought God would do for me in a way that I had planned that He would do it for me. None of them went as planned. But that's the beautiful thing about this year. It's the worst year because none of my plans went as planned, right? But it's the best year for me because God exceeded all my plans. So what's the miracle of this year really for me? It really is about God turning 5 loaves and 2 fishes into more than enough. God made the insufficiency of my life and the insufficiency of my life, honestly, the insufficiency of my life, God turned it into something else. And He came through powerfully and wonderfully for me. There's so many things you will not see behind the nice Instagram photos. And honestly, if I'm being honest, all that isn't the real life. It's not my real life. It's nobody's real life, right? It's just what we want you to see. And I hope you don't see stuff like that and you're like, oh, my life sucks, because trust me, your life doesn't suck. So what have I learned this year? First thing I learned, if I'm being honest, is that worry doesn't work. There were times this year where I cried. As I said, a lot of things that I planned and I hoped to work this year, none of it worked. Right? None of it worked, if I'm being honest. I think OEJ is the only thing that worked out as planned. And which is that, I launched the blog again. But other than that, nothing worked. But God exceeded. So first things this year, as I said, worry doesn't work. It only gives you heartache. And if we're being honest, come on now, you're how old? 20 something years. Worry doesn't fix anything, right? Worry doesn't fix anything. Rather than going around in circles, it's best for you to look up, pray. That's the honest truth. That's what I've learned this year. Approach when a problem comes, rather than worrying and going around in circles, it stops you from looking for a solution. You don't find any answers through worry. That's the honest truth. You don't. So, worry doesn't work. And I have to keep reminding you, maybe come back to this video. I'll come back to this video in 2022 when I'm worried. But worry doesn't work. Number 2, don't let it swallow you. I know everyone has that that permanent, that situation that has become a landlord in your life and doesn't want to leave. Don't let it swallow you. Live your life. Don't put your entire world on a standstill for it. It's the worst mistake you can ever make, if I'm being honest. Because you look back and you find out it is not as important, and that you've missed out on a lot of things because of it. So please move forward with your life. And God will fix that But move forward. The dreams you have, dream it, pursue it, do it. But don't let it swallow your life. It's the biggest mistake you can make. Another thing is, when God presents opportunities for you in 2022, because He will, don't say no. Don't let fear rule you, right? I remember when as some of you know, I had to speak at conferences this year. Those are things that I thought I would be doing that at the age 50. I'm only 27 and I'm speaking at those conferences, and it showed me something. You don't know your capacity, and you will never know until you give yourself that opportunity. And I did that this year. When the opportunity was presented to me, I could have said no. In fact, I said no mentally 1,000 times. I did say no, if I'm being honest. But I didn't stop there. I had people who told me you can do it, and I want you to know that you can do it. Whatever dream you have, whatever opportunity you want to pursue, or opportunity that has been presented to you, pursue it, because you can do it. You can. You really can. Just give yourself the chance. And if you find out that you can't, then you know for sure that you can't. But don't say no. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. It's the worst thing you can do. Another thing I would say worked for me this year pretty well is I was able to identify thought patterns, sick thoughts that we have that we don't even know that we have. But I was able to identify them, and have a better thought life, think better thoughts, and that will make for a better year. So for me, as I look back on this year, what has this year really been about for me? It has really been about, as I said, the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes becoming more than enough. And God coming through in a wonderful way, because He is faithful. He is faithful. In the days when you don't think He is faithful, and He comes through for His own. God is not limited to time. My first 6 months were the worst, but what God did in the last 6 months of the year exceeded the past 3 years put together. And I've been happier than I've ever been in the same year that turned out to be my worst. So yes, it was my worst year, because none of my plans went nothing went as planned. But it was my best year too, because God came through. And He came through wonderfully well and marvelously. And so as you look forward to 2022, I encourage you, start it with prayer. Start it with thanksgiving. Start it with faith. Make moves of faith. Everything is going to be alright. Merry Christmas once again. And I just want to wish you a happy new year. I know that 2022 is going to be awesome for you. So, bye.